Remother yourself. How to heal the inner child who's still running your life. That flash of panic after a hard conversation when the other person pulls away, or the need to overgive, over-explain, overachieve. That harsh inner voice that never quite let you rest. These aren't character flaws. They're a younger version of you, a younger part of you that's still waiting to be seen, still waiting to be rescued by you. And today, I'm going to show you how to become the loving presence that she never had. Welcome to Permission to Thrive with me, Suzi Lula. Today, we are going to work with how unmet childhood needs quietly drive your adult patterns, your patterns of people-pleasing or over-responsibility, guilty when taking care of yourself, perfectionism, self-criticism, self-sabotaging, self-shaming. We're going to work with what remothering really is and what it feels like and why you are the one that you have been waiting for. And then I'm going to take you through a guided process where you are going to meet that younger version of you who is still quietly or sometimes not so quietly waiting for you to rescue her. So I have a client, Debbie, and she's having a challenge with her mother-in-law. She really wants a more connected relationship with her, but her mother-in-law isn't as interested in the relationship as she is. And the mother-in-law often seems uninterested and distant, and sometimes even a little bit harsh. So my client feels that distance. She feels that lack of caring in the way that she wants to be met. And not only does she want to be met, but there's actually a needy part of her. She needs to be met because she's looking to her mother-in-law. She's looking outside of herself to get the soothing, to get the comfort, to get that feeling of feeling like she's worthy, she's enough, she's deserving in a way that she didn't get in her childhood from her family. Because when she began to connect the dots, she realized that the distance that she's feeling from her mother-in-law and the feeling of neediness that she so wants from her mother-in-law actually reflects a way that she felt when she was younger and her own parents got divorced, and she felt a real distance, a real disconnection, a real loneliness, a real feeling that something must be wrong with her. And so even though she's beginning to make those connections, intellectually she understands that, the deeper practice is to meet this little girl within her, because there is a little young girl within her. If you all could just take a moment and imagine with me my client. She's a grown adult. She's in beautiful adult clothes. She's speaking to her mother-in-law. She has 3 children of her own already. She's married. She has a family. But beneath those adult clothing, she is a little girl. And she's hurting. She felt really disconnected, alone, lonely, and like something was wrong with her in her own childhood. She felt really abandoned. And maybe you can relate. It's not so dissimilar to if you are in a relationship and you are waiting for that other person to call you or text you, and that other person isn't calling you or they're not texting you, and you feel that feeling inside of yourself and you want to create a reason to text them, a reason to call them. And maybe you do text them and they still don't reply quite in the timing that you need them to reply. And so you find another reason and you send another text and another text and another text. And even if you aren't texting, and even if you are withholding yourself from texting, you may feel in your nervous system that feeling that there is something else driving you. And it's not the adult part of you that might be watching this episode right now. It's a younger version of you, a part of you that did not get your needs met when you were a child. And so, in your nervous system, when you get triggered, that part of you needs to be seen, wants to be reassured that she matters, that you're valuable, that you're okay, that you are enough, that you are whole exactly as you are. It could show up for you as over responsibility. I have another client, Debbie, and she's the oldest girl of 6 in her family. So if you are a young woman, whether you are the oldest, wherever you fall in your family as a young girl, we are all taught to be all things to all people all the time, to be the caretaker for everyone else. So now she is a mom. She has kids. Every time she knows intellectually that she wants to go take time for herself, she feels a tremendous amount of guilt. Or I've had times in my life where I just know inside of me I need and want to set a boundary. But in my childhood, I was raised that children are to be seen and not heard. I wasn't encouraged to have a voice for myself. So sometimes when I'm knowing inside of me that it's time to set a boundary, to speak up for myself, I can still feel nervous. That little girl, that younger version of me, she's waiting for permission from me to give myself that permission to have a voice, to have a boundary, to care for myself. So maybe you are seeing yourself in some of these examples. I want you, as you're listening, to just call forward an experience in your life. It could be something small, but something that's real, where you are feeling triggered. And I want you to recognize that any trigger that you are feeling currently in your life reflects something that happened in your past that represents an unmet need from your childhood. Because when you are reactive in this moment, reactivity, that unrest in your nervous system, it's representing a need that did not get fulfilled when you were young. And this is your body's way of trying to get your attention. Another example that comes to me is a client of mine, Sandy, and she is an overachiever as they come. And whenever she knows mentally, intellectually, she has the understanding, I need to take time to myself. I need to rest. I want to slow down. She's been taught that her achievement comes from her doing, that she needs to earn that rest. She needs to earn that worth. And so anytime she sees her husband resting, she gets upset. She gets triggered. She gets reactive. When one of her kids is playing video games or going to a movie, she gets triggered. She gets reactive. Why? Because they can give themselves permission to rest, to relax, to be playful, to be joyful. But she hasn't yet been able to give herself permission to rest because she is worthy. She is deserving. There is a young little girl waiting for her to get that permission to rest, to play, to connect with her friends, to take a walk around the park, to relax and take a bubble bath, to light some candles, to read a book, to go to a movie herself. And I hope that you are making some connections so that you begin to see that there's a young one that didn't get all of your needs met, and that young one is still right there, and she shows herself to you every time you get reactive. And that is her way of saying, please connect with me. Please see me. Please come rescue me. Please come take care of me. Please come tell me that I'm worthy. Please come tell me that I'm enough. Please come tell me that it's okay to rest. It's okay to play. That I don't need to be responsible for everybody else all of the time. That I am enough exactly the way that I am. That I don't need to do or be anything more than I am to be worthy and deserving and know that I am enough exactly the way that I am. And when you begin to connect with this part of you that just is so innocent, she just wants to know that she matters. She just wants to know that you see her, that there is someone here now caring for her when she perhaps didn't have someone caring for her before. And when you begin to connect with that part of you and remother that part of you, meaning what is a mother? A mother is a nurturer. A mother is the one that you come to get a hug, to share and to receive acceptance, to receive love. And that part of you still needs a safe space to land. So the mother energy, the feminine energy, the connector energy, the welcoming, embracing energy of the feminine, of the mother, is the part of you that knows how to make the other person feel safe. But in this case, it's not making another person feel safe. It's making your younger self feel safe in your own heart, exactly the way that you are. A mother nurtures, a mother feeds, a mother nourishes. And so you want to connect with the part of you that is soft but strong, that creates safety, that creates a welcoming, embracing, accepting energy. And then you want to call in the parts of you that did not get what you needed when you were younger, and then let that part just be present right in the center of your heart. So with my client, who really, really wants a relationship with her mother-in-law, who really, really needs a relationship with her mother-in-law, she began to see that there is actually a very needy part of her inside of her. Now, at first, she was judging this part of herself that was needy, because you hear the word needy or you feel that feeling of needy. I need my partner to call me back right now. I need my partner not to shut down when I have voiced my opinion. I need my partner to stay open to me even when it's something different than what they want. And so you can see that it's so understandable that right now, as a grown adult with children of her own, she's looking unintentionally and unconsciously to her mother-in-law to fill the place that the little girl is seeking and has been seeking for so many decades, to know that she is okay exactly as she is. And my client, who was unable to give herself permission to rest, it was a little girl that hadn't gotten permission to rest when she was young. She hadn't gotten permission to play because she was the oldest of 6 kids. And so she became an adult very early in her life. And so that part of her is still waiting for her. She still wants permission to play. She wants to go have lunch with her girlfriends. It just looks different in an adult body. She wants to go take care of her body. She wants to go to yoga. She wants to walk around her park. She wants to light candles at night. Maybe when she was 6 years old, she just wanted to go outside and play hopscotch and jump rope and play with her friends. And now she's in an adult body with adult clothing, but there's still a little girl inside of her, and she wants to call her girlfriends, and she wants to go have lunch with her girlfriends, and she wants to have permission to go have some adult time without her children, without feeling guilty, without feeling overly responsible for everyone else all the time. Or maybe it's you and your partner isn't calling you back at the time that will make you feel comfortable. And there's a little girl or a younger part of you inside that is looking for that person unintentionally and unconsciously to make you feel soothed, to make you feel better, to soothe your nervous system, to calm you down. Well, that younger part of you is actually waiting for you. Because even if your partner calls you, even if the outside world gives you exactly what you want today, you'll still need it tomorrow, and you'll need it the next day, because the external world can never give you what you need to give you from the inside out. And if you do receive it, it's temporary at best. So I'm going to take you through a guided process now where you are going to meet the younger version of you who has been waiting for you for a very long time. And when you begin to get to know her and she can feel safe with you and she can rely on you, she will start looking to you rather than looking to a mother-in-law or a spouse or a child or an achievement to make her feel worthy. And get ready to meet what I am going to call the love of your life. So as you close your eyes, you might want to place your hand on your heart. Research shows that when you place your hand on your heart, your entire nervous system somatically begins to rest, begins to relax. And as you begin to relax, begin to feel your breath. A really deep inhale and a really deep exhale. I want you to begin to envision that you, the adult person that you are right now, you find yourself in the middle of the most beautiful field. So many wildflowers in this field. There's so much green. The sky is pristine blue. There are beautiful white clouds. The sun is shining. The temperature is perfect. And you find yourself in the midst of this field of beautiful, radiant, vibrant wildflowers. There's oranges and pinks and lavenders and violets. There's whites that are reflective of the sun. It feels so peaceful in this meadow. And you are feeling so peaceful. You are feeling so calm. You are in your sweet spot. You are in your safe space. And then, out of the corner of your eye, you see over to your left, there's a younger part of you. She may be 4, she may be 6, she may be 8. But she's curled up in the fetal position in the midst of these wildflowers. She doesn't feel safe. She feels scared. She feels disconnected. She may even be hurting. She may even be feeling shame for who she even is. She might be feeling broken or that something's wrong with her. But certainly, she's been waiting for you. She feels like she needs and wants to be rescued. Sometimes she thinks it's the outer world that is here to rescue her. Sometimes she feels it's a partner, a child, a friend, money, a better body. But today, you are recognizing that she is and has been waiting for you all along. So you turn towards her and you go towards her and you sit across from her and you let her know, I see that you have been waiting for me. And every time you want to text him back, or anytime you want to go call that mother-in-law and make everything okay again, every time it's hard for you to give yourself permission to go take a walk around the park, I didn't see it before, but now I see that's been you calling out for me all along. And I want to be here for you, and I am here for you now. I'm right here. And you're asking this younger part of yourself, what did you need when you were little? I want to hear all about it. Maybe you needed to be able to play and rest. Maybe you had to grow up way too fast. Maybe you needed permission to have a voice for yourself, even if other people didn't agree with you. Maybe you needed to feel supported in going after your dream, taking a risk. When you were courageous and brave, maybe you just wanted some support. Maybe you felt so lonely and you just needed to feel held. You wanted to know that you are okay exactly as you are. And so right now, you're in this beautiful field of wildflowers on this beautiful, pristine day. And you're sitting across and you see your own younger self and you see your own innocence. You were just a young child and you had needs. And you deserve to have those needs fulfilled. So you begin to see yourself through the eyes of innocence. You are an innocent young person. You had needs, and you begin to say to yourself, I see your innocence. I see your needs now, and I want to fulfill those needs. I'm going to help you. I'm going to hold your hand through this process of finding your voice, finding your expression, connecting inside, feeling worthy exactly as you are. I will remind you every day that you are enough exactly as you are. I will be the nourishing, nurturing, feminine, soft, beautiful mother that you deserve from this moment. And see if that young part of yourself will be open to a hug from you to her. Feel yourself breathing together. Allow her to relax in your heart, and you will begin to feel your nervous system relax exactly where you are, exactly how you are. And you can come back to this beautiful meadow anytime you want. And then whenever you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Feel that your heartbeat is slower, your breathing is more relaxed, and you have made a decision. You have made a commitment. You have rescued that younger part of you. So there is an inner alignment. There is an inner flow state that you are now in, that you now can take with you back into all of your outer relationships. And this meadow is here for you to come back to over and over and over again. Peace and love, everyone. Remember, give yourself permission to thrive this week. We always begin within. And if you are feeling called to go deeper, to continue this, to really transform your life, there is an extraordinary life within you. And it is waiting for you to set it free, to set her free. And if you are ready to go deeper, I have a soul care community where you are in close proximity with me. I work with individuals every week. You get to witness me taking people through different processes. And when you witness somebody going through a process, then I give you your assignments and you get to practice it with yourself throughout the week. We have a community where you lean into each other and you get supported by each other, myself included. It's a soul care community. The link is in the description. Please join us. Dive deep. If you want an in-person experience, an entire weekend of immersing yourself in an energy where you will leave that weekend healed, transformed, that extraordinary life and light within you will be burning bright. It's called Sanctuary Retreat. It's an in-person retreat that I'm facilitating. The link is in the description, and I would love to have you in person or online or both. Give yourself permission to thrive this week, and remember to always begin within. So much love, and see you next time.